Hello everyone, my name is Hectic. Yes, I'm doing another one of these style videos because my main setup is down right now. So this is how I'm choosing to record my video. This is the effort that I'm going through to make sure that I get content out to you guys. So another Valorant tips or tricks type of thing. Why I think that you should main an entire role and not one entire agent. So for me, for example, I mainly play Sova, but I usually main the initiator role with some other flex characters inside. Learning an entire role, like a duelist, initiator, sentinel, or controller, will help you really understand what that role really does for you for individual basis and how each individual character impacts that particular role and how strong is it in that particular role. Yes, and sometimes you may need other characters in that role despite you being good at this one character. So let's take that for example. Let's say I mainly play Sova, yes? As my main character, I have about 200 hours on Sova, not even capping on you on that one. I looked it up. So that's my main thing, but I've learned to main the initiator role. So that means that I can play KO, Sky, Breach whenever the time calls for it. Yes, because there's certain times that, like on Split, I'll usually play like KO or Breach on that because they're just better characters than Sova. Sova's kind of hard to play on Split, actually. Or like a map like Fracture, unless if you're a Sova god, which I'm not really a Sova god. I do know some lineups, but not that many. But Fracture is better with like Sky, pretty much the other initiators than Sova's. It can be Sova friendly, but some of the other ones have their better roles on there. So that's why, you should learn to initiate another role, or an entire role. Let's even say that somebody took my Sova, which I don't really get tilted about because I can learn to play other agents. And this is why you don't dedicate yourself to one agent, because if your main gets taken, you end up getting tilted and you dodge the map, and then everybody's unhappy about that. Yes, because sometimes you play your favorite map and all of that. So I can just flex over to another initiator like Sky or KO or Breach and play that almost as well. Probably not as well as I can play Sova, but still play that role enough for me to have some bit of impact in the game. Yes, or you could learn to play other agents outside of your role too. Learn at least one agent in every single role, like I usually do. I can play the initiators, and I can do Sage, I can do a bit of Chamber, I can do a little bit of Cypher, Phoenix or Raze depending on which one I do, all of that stuff, and Brimstone usually are the ones that you'll mainly find me on. If I play anything else, it's usually a weird flex role that I'm trying to play, or some of the other mains are taken and I think that's the better option. Yes, but learn to play an entire role. Like, let's go through all of these since we're going through this, and hopefully you guys are taking something out of this video. So let's go back to the duelist. Let's say you're a Reyna main. Reyna, great for pushing into sight. If you have mechanical skill, boom, you can overwhelm people like that. I think, honestly, this is where people are going to disagree with me. I think Reyna's a little overpowered, actually, because of how quickly you can take that. Sometimes you can't counter that unless you have good aim and just really know about Reyna's and stuff. Reyna's a powerful character, even up in pro play, to get value out of. But if Reynas are taking, or if another site needs for you to take space, maybe Jet is a better option, or you need to block off sight lines and blind. Phoenix may be work, or Raze can also act as that weird utility flex type of role, but also have some mobility with it, which Phoenix and Reyna do not have, which Reyna kind of does with the Dismiss. Or Neon. I forgot about Neon. Neon's like a combination of like Reyna and Jet. If they were... Neon's basically a discount Jet, but a little bit faster type of thing. I wish it was a Jet, but without like the smokes. It's trying to be a bunch of different duelists at once. But yeah, you can learn how to play these other roles in certain situations. Yes, do try to learn one specific character and get really good at it, but play other characters as well in that particular role. I do recommend you do try one role and stick with it, but do learn how to flex with other roles. But do also learn in your role, play in your role, like you choose duelist, initiator, sentinel, try to be good at one character in every single role. Yes, so choose an initiator to be good with, choose a duelist that you're good with, choose a sentinel and choose a controller that you really want to spend time putting into, so that way when you can flex into this. However, mine is a little bit, I need to take a little bit practice with how to do some of the agents, because I play very defensively, a bit passively. Some people would say too passively, but I do have reasons for that, because I play a lot off of info while my mechanical skill is still developing. There's a reason why I play the way that I do. And in some cases it plays smarter, sometimes it does backfire on me. It depends, but do learn those roles and they will help you better. So in conclusion, learn an entire role, not just one agent. My name is Hectic. Thank you all for listening. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. I will see you guys in the next one.